me on again.
Molly, did you want to talk a bit about your process of making the all the intros this year for Zeta, which is a lot of work?
Oh
They've
yeah,
been so
and
good.
The Desert Bus account tweeted there's a SoundCloud playlist now, with pretty much all of them, except for the one secret one you haven't heard yet.
Yeah.
Honestly, initially because I made the first one for the $1 Million stream last year, and I just Googled songs in E major, just pop songs, and pulled up Single Ladies, and I have this program called Mashup 2, which takes a lot of the guesswork out of it. It can kind of detect the harmonic qualities in a song, and it'll detect the beat to the best of its ability.
Great.
And so with these Zeta mashups, I put in jock jams first to set the tempo of the project. And then you just kind of throw things on top of it. And I've been going to YouTube and just searching for isolated vocals, because that's a thing you can do.
Right.
And it's tough because isolated vocals don't have a beat built in, depending on the melody that they've written for the song.
Right.
So I have a whole folder of just garbage vocals that are in E major that I can't quite sync to things. So a lot of it was kind of luck of the draw. And yeah, I did sort of compile a folder of like songs in E major or C sharp minor, because those are the same thing, same scale. Like with the mix that's called Zeta Ring on it, I just had Single Ladies and Brandy, You're a Fine Girl, and Girl Worth Fighting For.
Yeah.
All in the same key. And then, of course, David Byrne's spoken vocal from Once in a Lifetime fits over. It's just the Frank's Red Hot of mashups. Just put that on anything. And so, yeah, it's just a lot of kind of sliding around, trying to get, you don't want to put everything, you don't want to throw everything on the mix at the same time. You want to be able to hear what's going on.
Yeah.
So kind of staggering. And the Jock Jams is nice in that it's about 1.5 minutes to fill. So you can't really get too goofy for too long. You can just kind of drop a joke and then run away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The AMV hell of opening themes, as it were.
Yeah, with the Out of Touch Thursday, I had to find software to change the key of a sample, but that's the only time I did that. All the other ones are just as the Lord made them.
And I have very much enjoyed having all of those. It has been
it's been a blast to make.
Such a delight. And I'm glad that I know that it's work, but it doesn't then sound like you're like, I need to do a lot of heavy remixing, and I had
If the Jock Jams theme song was like 5 minutes long, then it might be a different story. But yeah, like the nice thing about it being a minute is if there's one song that fits very well, then that's the whole joke.
Yep.
Just, add a bit of Train or something on top just to give it some melody and you're good to go.
I would imagine for the trash vocals, I guess if you could make a click track at the same and then mash them together to get the thing to detect an actual beat. But then you can
manually. I found that you can just Google song title BPM and it'll tell you what key and BPM it is.
That's good.
And so I can kind of tweak it. But there's like decimal points involved. It thinks that Jock Jams has decimal points in its BPM, which I've never heard of.
No, that's weird.
Yeah. But yeah, with automation, it's amazing. Like they practically write themselves.
I thought for sure, like when I was asking what you were using to the software to make this happen, I thought it was going to be that weird Microsoft. What was it called again? Microsoft.
You're not talking Songsmith, are you?
Yes, I am. Yes, I thought it was going to be Songsmith.
Oh, I would have busted that out. I would have waved a banner. And I don't. Is Songsmith? Songsmith is not an active. It's not an active development. Is
No, I think they retired that thing a while ago. Good for them. It feels like a Microsoft research project that they're just like, oh, we can actually give this a name now, and it's like, yeah, but nobody, I guess, wanted it, or you.
I
Not
think
as
there
many
are
people.
modern versions of it at this point. I think you can get apps that do a Songsmith type thing. I know from looking at the back end of Spotify, like the artist profile, you can just license a track that you then put a top line over. Like that's just a business model now. Yeah.
All right.
Just I want to be on Spotify, but I don't feel like writing a song. So what is there for me?
All of my all the songs that I transcribed back in the day, and I did a fair bit of them. I did them using a piece of Windows software, probably Windows 3.1, could have been Windows 95 for all I know. Probably Windows. Let's say it was Windows 95.
Yeah.
But it was a chord finder, I think is what it was called, and it was like
Ooh, yeah.
yeah, and what you did is you just took a recording of the song, and you took a chunk of it, and then you ran that through chord finder, and then it would at certain points it would just like on the fly it would be telling you this is what this probably is. It's looking for frequencies is what it's looking for. And it was very handy. And I used that to figure out what stuff was. Of course, it also meant that it's hearing harmonics.
Yeah.
And you never can tell, is this actually an E or is this actually something else? And yeah, that was kind of the downside. Is like, because as you said the other day, it's like you hear you sing a C and it's like, yes, but the G is inside
the G
that
in
C.
there, and there's the other higher C.
Yeah.
Yeah. All the subharmonics. Yeah, and there's the company that makes Mashup 2, they make like DJ software, and so they have a piece of software that is all it does. It listens to a whole song and goes, here are the dominant tones. Figure it out. Yeah. For mashing up on the fly.
Hey!
Oh, we have a new visitor.
Aw,
That's so cute.
very good one.
It's very good.
I had a cat too, but somebody found it terrifying.
Just gonna peel the hood back and it's gonna be Gwenny.
No, it's still just me. This is what I was planning to wear for Omega, but it's too heckin' cold.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just put mine on because I was like, my legs are actually cold